Welcome everybody, today I want to show you a Blood Knight Challenge Rift build using Life-Leech to its maximum, using the skills Siphon Blood, the to-go variation, using the main hand for more AoE damage as well. Just a little bit of healing, not too much though. More healing will come from the Swarm of Bats, especially from the pants. Swarm of Bats will now heals you for 28.5% of the damage it deals. Super big value. And then I really like the Whirling Strike. I was skeptical about this for a long time, because its interrupt is not as good as real CC. But we can apply a dot using the main hand, and we can get a 30% damage reduction using the chest, so we can play on Knife's Edge more easily. Also really helpful is the Mephitic Cloud. This is really underrated, few players use it, but mobs completely lose track of us. They start attacking each other, they stop focusing us, so we can do whatever we want. This is great, lasting 6 seconds out of 15. So here's one example of a build I recently used and I will use later in the video. So here I played the head lower main hand combo for Siphon Blood damage and heal, as well as the shoulder pants combo for Swarm of Bats damage and heal, and the chest upper main hand combo for damage reduction and Whirling Strike burn. This of course is a reliable way to proc your pain clasp if you got one, as well as your set, which we'll talk about in a second. If you got enough dot gems whatsoever, you should probably use Cruel Vendetta, giving you more single DPS for the harder boss phase. As for set items, I recommend going the Banquet 4-piece for the crit chance and Vithus Urges to extend our durations on Siphon Blood as well as Swarm of Bats. Now let's hop into the challenge rift. Just looking for blue packs right now. Skipping the trash, skipping the yellow mob, it's a little bit too tanky. Pulling it to these blue ones can't hurt. We'll see how low it gets, if we can take it, and then yeah, we just use Mephitic Cloud, both our AoE spells, and bridge the downtime with Whirling Strikes. Remember, the mobs in Mephitic Cloud are blinded or nearsighted and attack each other. Actually, the wording says that they are confused. And yes, so it would seem. Yeah, the healing is really insane. And I really value the 30% damage reduction on Whirling Strike, since as long as our life bar doesn't reach 0, we'll be full life in just a second. And yeah, this yellow mob is a little bit too tanky. It would take too much time to kill. So we look for our next spot to pull the mobs. This is looking good. 2 blue packs, pull them a little bit together, and then start the combo. If we get scared, we have the defensive stance as well to use. So this build works really well with the mob phase. I've looked for spells to swap in for the boss, but I didn't really find any way to fit essences and spells which would fit this mob phase and then help at the boss as well. So the mobs are not the big problem. We just kill a little bit of trash here, that will be enough for the boss to spawn. We're at about 3 minutes, 7 left. But the boss is the harder part. So we got the summoner, which is a little bit unlucky, but we can deal with it, since we can blind his mobs, they won't attack us. And we could actually heal a bit off them. Main problem is they stand in the way, so we can't really dodge the auto attacks of the summoner, which really hurts, as we just saw. Little bit of blocking happened. remember, the Blood Knight can attack from range, but it deals about 40% less damage, so you should not really do it. If you are in danger or feel threatened, just use your ultimate. It deals about the same damage as if you were melee. But if you have not got your ultimate ready, don't throw ranged auto attacks. This is really a test of patience and pattern recognition. Trying to find my groove. How many auto attacks can fit between two of his auto attacks? It's about 4. If I'm greedy, 5. His pets attack really quickly, so we need to use the cloud instantly as soon as he summons them. The blocking is the hardest part about these summons. Occasionally I use Whirling Strike to apply the dots. I got a Torment, but that's about it for dots. Just so I increase my damage. Thing is, we run out of pots. But playing too safe won't help us. We could just die, it takes 5 seconds off the clock. And we respawn with 3 pots, allowing us to play aggressively and deal damage. So I just play risky. This death was okay. Avoidable still, but acceptable. So I fit about 4 autos between every 2 of his. And we can see we're about 3/4 of the time, so we need to hurry a bit, or at least keep the pace and not fall off or die. I didn't see myself in that hitbox, let's be clear, but it's fine, I take it. Since I didn't want to walk up to his AoE fields, I used my ultimate again, so I can deal the same damage from range. So right now I wish I would have used the auto attack enhancing main hand instead of the combustion burn for Whirling Strike. But remember, the Mephitic Cloud attacks mobs do against each other does not scale with their strength, but with yours, so being far below a challenge rift or entering a too strong area, you don't kill them by them killing each other, but it scales with your damage, so the damage is not the real useful part, but it's the mobs not attacking you. And we got it with about 30 seconds to spare. Yeah, and that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the build. For info, I cleared the challenge rift with 1480 resonance. If you get any suggestions for skills, essences, combinations, swap ins, swap outs, please let me know in the comments, and you have a wonderful day.